Good afternoon or good evening to you. Welcome to this Kern High Network broadcast tonight of Centennial High School playing at Frontier High in this critical Southwest Assembly League matchup here in girls volleyball. I'm Louis Amistoy doing the play-by-play here, joined by Kyle Wiley. We are here for this this matchup of two 1-3 teams. Now that wouldn't necessarily seem like a key matchup, but when you look at the Southwest Assembly League historically, it usually takes a couple teams have lost this league by losing 2 games, and so this is still a critical matchup as we head into the Valley playoffs later next month, and these two teams trying to get themselves righted as they go into the Southwest Assembly League, which right now has been in control of by Garces. Garces with a 4-0 record right now in the SWYL, followed by Liberty at 3-1. BHS, Centennial, and Frontier are all at 1-3. Stockdale at 2-2 on the season here as we enter this basically this last round of the first part of the regular season for these two teams. It's an interesting matchup. Centennial has dominated this series historically. They are 19-4 all-time against Frontier. They have won 10 of their last 13 games against these two teams. In fact, Centennial has already won one matchup this year earlier in the Clovis tournament by sweeping them. They've won 3 consecutive matches against the Titans here. But this is a different match. Frontier has had its way at times with Centennial here at Frontier, where the Noise team, the TNT, the Titan Noise team, will be in play here. Kyle, what do you think?
Both of these coaches I talked to before the game, and it's very evident talking to Morgan Dake at Frontier. Frontier's trying to find that consistency that they've kind of lacked all season. They've played really tight, really good matchups against some of the Clovis schools, but maybe some of the in-town schools, they've kind of fallen off a little bit. And Coach Dake said she's just trying to find that consistency. Very inexperienced team, not necessarily a young team, but inexperienced team. A lot of girls don't have that varsity experience. Of course, tonight we'll probably be calling a lot is number 3, Penelope Zapata. She is the player for the Frontier Titans, so we'll be curious to see how she does. And Centennial, same thing, is they played a lot of close matches. I believe they just, played a tough one against Liberty and lost in the 5th set the other night. So that consistency and seeing which team is going to step up tonight. And this is really going to be telling as you said, get into the second round of league. All of these games matters because the momentum goes into playoffs.
Of course, now Centennial coached by Penny Roberts, taking over for Lacey Capolo, who continues the legacy of basically Brooke Roberts, who was the longtime Hall of Fame coach for the Golden Hawks. And Penny was the longtime assistant for Brooke and has been involved with the program for years. We're going to take a break here, getting ready for, we're going to do the national anthem here, we're going to do the introductions here. We'll take a break. We'll be right back here as we stand for the national anthem here on the Kern High Network, getting ready for Centennial and Frontier. All right, here we go. We mentioned talking about consistency in the season. Centennial opened the regular season here in the SWL with a loss on September 26th at Stockdale, being swept in that match, and then being swept by Garces on September 28th. They came back, they beat BHS on the 3rd of October last week, 3-0, and then they lost that 5-set match, as Kyle was mentioning, to Liberty on Thursday night. Frontier has also had its challenges this season. They lost at Liberty in a 3-0 sweep. They came back, they beat BHS 3-0, lost to Stockdale in 5, and then got pummeled by Garces. That included a 25-7 opening first set loss, which that's about as big of a rout as you can get in girls volleyball. Now, as we talked about the legacy of these two teams, Penny Roberts on the bench for the Golden Hawks today. Lots of pink here today, so fortunately they're on other sides of the court. We have to worry about telling anybody apart. Yeah. But Penny Roberts, with the long history with this program, knows the legacy, knows the history of the program, instrumental in what Centennial has done long term, and trying to get this team righted right now. They're standing at 12-10 overall in the season, where Frontier right now is 10-12, and looking at their schedule this season, we talked about this. The two teams met on September 2nd. Centennial won that match in Clovis 2-0. So, interestingly enough, Frontier does have a win against Garces earlier this season. They beat them in the Clovis tournament 2-0. Times have changed, though, because Garces has now run out to a 4-0 record.
And those will be good matchups as we get to the Garces and Liberties and Stockdales and see how that season finishes off.
Yep.
You talk about legacies that are on that bench at Centennial. You look at Coach Rieger is one of the assistants to Penny Roberts, and she was actually on the 1978 Highland High School first ever state championship that we had here in Bakersfield. And it's exciting to see her daughter Reagan was actually on the Centennial High Hawks team from about 2008 to the 2011 era, and next to her is one of the longtime setters for Centennial that did a phenomenal job. That's Carly Maxwell, and she has been, a staple that went and played collegiately as well. So a lot of legacies, a lot of talent, and I think when you have a storied franchise, on the Current Eye Network, we kind of showcased the 96 Centennial state team, the 97 Centennial, state team that was on there. Your favorite, the 1993 North High volleyball highlight tape that we have on there. There's a lot of legacies that are out here tonight, a lot of experience. And I think when Tom Haskell hired Penny Roberts to be on there, he thought about those legacies, and even getting an endorsement from Brooke Roberts on there, I think definitely helps in that selection process this year.
Well, the Golden Hawks have gone through some transition since the retirement of Brooke Roberts 4 seasons ago. One season under Coach Trowbridge, who left, was replaced by Lacey Capolo, the daughter of Brooke Roberts. Lacey recently had another child, and I think the schedule there was not necessarily fitting into their life, so she is now given away, and now Penny on the bench and looking for things here to go, getting ready to go here. The one you're going to watch here on the right side here is for Centennial is going to be number 3, Alexis McLeod. She leads the team with 236 kills, averaging 4.1 kills per set here in this game. They are a pretty talented team, a lot of firepower. Lauren Ekanonian is a junior outside hitter. She's had 149 kills on the season. And Michaela Mon, also 105 kills. She's number 11. So keep an eye on those players. 4, 3, and number 11. And that is number 11. That's Mon back to serve now here as we get ready for this matchup between Centennial and Frontier. Centennial serving up. And a big serve. And, that is an ace. So 1-0 for Centennial here. An ace for Mon to start things off with. 6-2 offense for Frontier. They set out, that means they're going to have 2 setters running. Libero with the dig. Get you those names and those numbers here. A little bit challenging with the numbers because of their hair and the pink. And a kill for number 4. 2-0 now for Centennial. 2-0 lead here. And Mon goes back to serve again. Lineup right now for Frontier on the court is Penelope Cepeda, number 3. The libero, and that is out.
We've talked about a number of our broadcasts, Lewis, the unforced errors. got to give your team a chance, and hitting those serves right into the net take away any chance for your team to put points on the board.
So I need the monitor right for me. I have no idea what that number says.
Looks like it's number 5.
Number 5. Big serve. Sets them on. Dink.
Actually, number 8, Katara Daniels.
Katara Daniels, number 8, and that's going to hit long. We go back to the other side now to Centennial. 3-1 on the lead now, and that'll bring up number 4. That is Ekanoyan, who has 149 kills. Outside hitter, junior, hitting right into the net. And so early on, some sloppiness. Keep an eye here. Number 4, also Allie Bridgeford in the back row for Frontier. That's going to bring up number 10, McKenna East. She will serve it now for Frontier. Nice flat serve. Dug out, set. Right side, and a kill for number 12. That is Zoe Rickard with her first kill of the match.
That appears to be Reagan Rickard's younger sister right there, and daughter of assistant coach Rickard that's on the bench too as well.
Served by number 5, that's Cassidy Salcido. Dig. Salcido with the hit. Puts it right back in the middle. And a kill on the outside. There's Penelope Cepeda, who will be calling the name of quite a bit tonight. Her first kill of the night. And now Frontier serving 3-4. Cepeda now back of the service line. Nice serve, dug out there by the libero. Outside goes number 12. That was Rickard. Again, the attack. Libero digs it tight off the net. Free ball. Set on the outside. Push. Nice tap there by number 6. And that was Kennedy Nilsson with the kill. First kill of the match, and that ties it up at 4-all. Cepeda now back to serve. Runner, flat. McLeod outside, first opportunity, and puts it down. We hadn't called her name very much, but she got the dig on that. The pass, and put it down. Found a little hole in the Frontier defense, and it's now 5-4. Service there by number 20, Maggie Herrera. Outside, and another kill there by number 16, Carolyn McCarty. Number 12, Colby Young back to serve. Digs it out. Herrera back to Rick, and a kill. And a block kill for number 11. That is Samantha Mabry.
And what we've kind of seen the last few times, which team is going to start to pull away, kind of a game of runs that we've talked about.
6-5 lead now. And here goes McLeod, and she's blocked. And we'll give the kill there to Mabry, number 11. And suddenly, it's 7-5 lead now for Frontier. Young back to serve. Digs it out by number 2. That's Kendall Yanez, and she's got a passing error. And now it's 8-5. 3-0 lead there. Timeout. So again, a game of runs, and quickly Frontier is able to sort of identify the holes on the defensive side for Centennial, and they take an 8-5 lead, forcing Penny Roberts to take her first time out in this first set.
Probably looking for some confidence in her team. You talked about McLeod. You know, she had her first chance, and it was just kind of a dink over the top, find that empty space. But they got to get her going and get her aggressive at the net.
Right.
Talked with Coach before. She really worked hard in the offseason doing box jumps, getting in the gym to become explosive at the net, and it has paid off this year. And Coach said her confidence has been skyrocketed up. Right. One thing we want to talk about, this is the Think Pink game that both the athletic directors put together to kind of bring awareness to breast cancer awareness, as many schools are doing throughout October. One really cool thing that we've done, this year for football is every varsity football player will have a pink ribbon sticker on the back with, Greg Kerr's late wife, who suffered from the terrible disease and passed away. And we appreciate everything Greg Kerr has done for Kern County and the local athletic scene.
Oh, double hit. So that will stop the run there. 6 serving 8. That'll put back McLeod now on the service line. Now serving number 3, McLeod. Set, block, and a big one there by Ekanoyan, and Mon will give the kill to number 4, her second one. That's Ekanoyan, who has 149 kills coming into this match. McLeod now goes back to the service line, and it's now 7-8. Outside, dug out, set, and go back the back row to McLeod. McLeod finds it, and she puts it down. So a little passing error on that one, but it was a tough shot.
Right now, Coach Roberts is looking like a genius. That timeout, now the Golden Hawks are on their little 3-0 run that are going on there. So regroup, resettle. Am I just terrible for these kids? Every time I talk and get them on there, it seems like every broadcast I'm with you, something bad happens immediately after I say something positive.
Last night I was watching the Dodgers game against the Diamondbacks, and they were talking about Cody Bellinger needing to get a home run. He was due, and sure enough, he smacked a solo shot.
Oh, yeah.
And that is an ace. Ekanoyan thought it was going to go long or wide, and it goes in and catches the line, and an ace for number 13. That's Haley Pluggy. 10-8 now. Nice flat serve, right on the line there, dug out. Down by number 11. That is Mon, and she goes long. 11-8 now, the score here in this first set.
So we've seen a 3-0 Frontier run, a 3-0
Centennial
run, and now a 3-0 Frontier run that's going on here. So
Doug with the serve, Ekanoyan with the receive. Herrera outside to Ekanoyan, big hit, dug out. Outside again, little dink. Herrera sets, push, dug out again. A nice little rally here. Set back to Ekanoyan. Ekanoyan puts there, but Zepeda digs it out. Attack. And it is long, and it's going to go, it goes around the antenna there, and it goes back to Centennial. So Zepeda on the attack. 11-9 lead now for the Titans. Nice dig. Outside. And a kill by number 6. That is Kennedy Nelson, her second kill of the game. But number 8, Katera Daniels, who is the libero, had a great dig on that one to set that up. Allie Bridgeford now back to serve for the Titans, who now lead 12-9. Dig by McLeod. Herrera. And a nice block. Trouble. Nope, they get it up. Dig. Herrera going to go outside to Ekanoyan. Ekanoyan's got a shot. Nope, dug out. Trouble. Saved. Free ball. McLeod back to Herrera. Herrera's going to go right to the middle. And what a kill by number 5, Cassidy Salcido. The middle blocker gets her first kill of the game, and a nice bit of offensive play calling by Herrera. Herrera checks out. And Mon with the serve. Trouble going out to Zepeda. Zepeda mishits it. And back to Centennial. Mon with the serve now. Little running jump serve. Tough. Oh, boy, and that really ate up Katera Daniels. And it was just one of those ones where it's one of the ones that came off the serve with a little more velocity than you probably expected. And sure enough, ate up Daniels, who was trying to set it. Dig, tough serve again. Outside to Zepeda. Zepeda, it's going to go wide. So that puts Centennial back in the lead, 13-12. Zepeda's had a couple of looks here.
Mons played a really solid game for the Golden Hawks. She got them going early on with the ace to start the game off, just giving them all kinds of fits.
And they call that out. So Zepeda challenged at the net by number 12. That is Zoe Rickert, and they're going to call it out. So finally they get the break there, and it's 13-all with Katera Daniels, the libero, now serving. Right-handed serve and goes long. Nice call by the libero there. Number 2, that's Kendall Yanez, one of the captains on this team. 5'3" senior. Tekanoyan now with the serve. Outside to Zepeda. Zepeda gets a block. Daniels there with it up. Another attack. Yanez back to Tekanoyan around the back row. What a dig by Katera Daniels, and no one was there.
I will say this about Centennial. They are unafraid of Penelope Zepeda.
Right.
They are aggressively attacking her at the net, and they have blocked a few of hers, and you see that it's kind of wearing on Penelope. Can't get it through.
Outside again to Zepeda. Dug up by Ekanoyan. Mon. A little bit of a bad set there. And that is down for Zepeda.
Don't think they're getting that one right there.
So Zepeda with her second kill. And that brings the score to 14-15 for the Titans, trailing. Tough serve. Ekanoyan now. Rickert, and gets the kill. Zoe Rickert with the kill, her second of this set. And that puts them up 16-14. And that will put Cassie Salcido on the line. Tough one. Outside. Dug out. Tip. Going to go to Zepeda. Zepeda's going to knock it over. Set to Mon. Outside to McLeod. And McLeod puts it down.
And that's the first time we've really seen that power of McLeod get in there. So
and now Frontier will call a timeout, and that's the third kill of the set for McLeod. And so you saw some polish there offensively as everything started working for Centennial. They take a 17-14 lead here. At one point they trailed 11-9, and they've just pretty much running through this here early on. 17-14. Centennial with the lead. McLeod with 3 kills. Ekanoyan with 3 kills for Centennial. Penelope Zepeda, who we've been calling her name quite a bit, has 2 here early on, and Kennedy Nelson's got 2 for Frontier, the 2 kill leaders for these 2 teams.
And I think if I'm Coach Roberts at this, and you're, as they said, they've been a team of inches. This is one game where you want to distance yourself a little bit and not allow Frontier to get back into this game and win convincingly in that first set.
Right.
The momentum's really shifted to them, but how do they get out of that mindset of we're barely squeaking one out or barely getting beat, where they really start to separate themselves and be victorious?
Cassie Salcido with the serve. And trouble, and we just kind of ate up Allie Bridgeford. And now a little kind of a big run here now for Centennial. They take a 4-point lead here, 18-14 here in the first set. Salcido back, and they got everybody back now. Doug. And a trouble again, and that's going to be 4. So Bridgeford seeing some of the challenge here with the passing. And it's 19-14, 5-point lead now for the Golden Hawks, who are serving with Salcido.
And with Salcido, keep putting the ball in possession right here. Don't try to do too much.
Was also problematic. Somehow they get out of it. And another big kill from Alexis McLeod. And McLeod now with 4 kills on the set. Golden Hawks will bring out Emily Clark as the middle blocker, replacing her with number 8. That is Logan Wiggins. Salcedo continues to serve and finally breaks the run there with a serve into the net. 15-20 here for Frontier on the serve now with Zepeda going back.
And if I'm Coach Dake, I know it's kind of the obvious, but making sure how can we continue to make Penelope Zepeda a constant part of what she does as the service goes long right now, but got to get her rolling at the net.
21-15 now. Herrera will come in now and serve for Centennial after the long serve by Zepeda. Maggie Herrera, senior setter. Nice serve. Another problem on the serve receive for Frontier. Herrera with the set, going to go outside to McLeod. McLeod's got a hole. Zepeda there answers. Outside to McCarty, and she gets a kill. So Carolyn McCarty, call her name again, and she gets a kill and ends this run 16-21 now for Frontier as they go to the service line. Trailing by 5 here in the first set. I've argued this before that I think the Southwest Yosemite League is one of the best volleyball leagues in the state.
Yeah.
Outside. McLeod was answered that time. Another attack. Herrera with the dig. Yanez outside to McLeod. And a great up by East. Puts it over. Yanez is there. Herrera. Nice dig there by Zepeda. Outside push. Kennedy Nelson doing some work. And there is number 11, Samantha Mabry with the kill. So Frontier's not out of this one yet. 17, serving 17-21. And back goes number 12, Colby Young. Colby Young with a big serve. Herrera with the set after Yanez had the dig. McLeod tried to kind of, I saw what she's trying to do. I think she tried to just push it over the defense there and put it in the net.
And in my limited experience of seeing volleyball, I think when you have your best player right there.
Oh, what an ace. That was one of those ones just kind of caught the net and kind of found its way back over. 19 now, serving 21. So can Frontier put it together? Colby Young. Tough serve, free ball. Going to run the offense here. Outside. Nothing happening. Herrera now will try it. McLeod, tip. Nice dig up. Confusion. Free ball. Herrera. Problems. Nope. And coming on there, streaking along, was number 8 for Centennial. That is Logan Wiggins with her first kill of the set in this run here for the Titans. 22-19 now, and McLeod goes back to serve for Centennial. Tough one. Up against the net, and that's going to be an ace. Just ate her up. I tell you what, Frontier's had a lot of problems with the serve receive here in this set. I'm not keeping stats completely, but I would say they've had 5 serve receive errors in this first set.
Yeah.
23-19 here. We're talking about the Southwest Yosemite League. If you look at the teams that have been in this league and the amount of talent that has come through here, in the core of those leagues, I've seen it for years. I've been very impressed by it. And you consider sort of the fact that these are all public high schools, about 2,000 students each. You put them against like-sized competition, they are very, very skilled. And I remember seeing Bakersfield volleyball talent for the first time several years ago when my daughter was playing club volleyball for a team out of the Inland Empire. Yeah. And I was so impressed with some of the kids who came through here. And every year there's going to be some thrilling volleyball player. Of course, Liberty Garza's loaded with talent right now. But Alexis McLeod, who's serving right now, is one of those, is in that conversation.
I think what you hit right on there, and you mentioned that word club. Bakersfield is a big club city with whether it's basketball, soccer, volleyball, baseball, softball, you name it. So I'd like to think a lot of our coaches and community are buying into volleyball.
Nice up by Wiggins. Herrera. Jostle at the net. Herrera will now put it back outside. Tap. Cepeda's there. Outside. Nothing happening for Frontier. Reset to Yanez. Going to go to out row, back row to, look at that. Alexis McLeod coming out of the back row for the kill for her 5th. And it's 24-19 here in this set. So set point here. McLeod serving. Floater. Dug up by Cepeda. Back row attack by McCarty. Herrera now for Centennial. Goes behind. Close on that one. Oh, what a nice attack on the outside by Kennedy Nelson. And Kennedy Nelson, with her 3rd kill, keeps the Titans alive, and then I'll send back Haley Pluggy back to the line to serve, number 13. Trailing 24-20, Frontier trying to keep things in, keep them going here. Frontier on the left side of your screen here. Good conversation there. I love it when the girls talk to each other. It makes for much better volleyball. It's all about communication. Outside now. Nelson, and she gets the kill off the block. So Kennedy Nelson with her 2nd kill in a row. She's got 4 in the set, and Frontier continues to battle back. McNoyan goes back into the game, replacing Gabriel Dahens. Outside McNoyan, who tried to end this, and she doesn't. What an up by Cepeda. And McLeod saves the day. Back to Herrera. McNoyan trying to find a hole. Doesn't happen. A little bounce. Back to Wiggins. And they're going to call a lift. I guess that was the right call to end the set. So Pluggy they called with a lift or a double hit. And 25-21, Centennial wins this first match. All right, Kyle, thoughts on that? The first set of this match.
Well, it definitely was a match, a first set of runs that go in there that we talked about, and Golden Valley is starting to get the ball. I mean, Centennial is starting to get the ball to the Golden Hawks. I was thinking Golden Hawks. I was thinking about the Golden Hawks, right? And putting them in there, but Centennial started to get the ball rolling towards the end, being aggressive at the net. And what we've noticed about volleyball, the more aggressive they are at the net, the better your chances are of winning. And when I say aggressive at the net, not only the kills, but defensively, I like their approach against Cepeda, who is the hammer for the Frontier Titans. Everybody knows that. Yep. But they were aggressive and really limited her opportunities for kills in the first set.
I'd like to thank the Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, the United States Army, PAV Solar and Communications, Premier Lighting, Tony's Pizza, and Raymond's Trophies for supporting us here on the Kern High School Network. This game, you can watch a replay of the game if you like to, or highlights of the game.
Yeah.
Catch up with us. If you missed the first part, we'll have the whole thing back for you here on the Kern High Network.
Replays on Twitter at KHSD Athletics. Replays on Facebook, Kern High Network. And one thing, I got to say this, Lewis, you're a man of many talents. You've helped us out. You've done football for us now. You've done volleyball. And I'm going to say this, ladies and gentlemen, and I've said this to Lewis all day today. One of the best photographers we have with regards to high school athletics is Louis Amestoy. He did great pictures of the North-South game last week, the Highland Foothill game last week. Gonna do some more stuff for us this, Friday coming out. But we really appreciate everything you've done for us and helping promote what we're doing in the Kern High Network.
I'll tell you what, the North-High game was, the North-South game was unbelievable.
Exciting.
It started late.
8:30.
Yeah.
Holy.
It started at
40
8:30.
to 40 JV game. 40 to 40 tie, man. It was a crazy game.
So, and it just kept going and going. And I thought, all right, South's putting this game away, and here comes North.
Yeah.
It was really one of the better games I've seen in a while.
And we would expect that in those rivalry games, those league games that get going. And the North-South is special to me. I was athletic director and taught history and coached football at South for a number of years. And actually my first teaching job was at North, so I kind of have a little bit of flavor of what that rivalry means in both those schools. So it was definitely interesting to look at. And, South retains it for 7 straight years, which is, tough to do. And year in and year out, and I know North wants that sword back and all that stuff too as well. So we'll see how that happens in the next few years. Coach Brown is doing a great job at North High, so
it'll be interesting to see exactly what happens with North High and South. A good win for South. Big games this weekend. Of course, SWOL is very interesting with Garces getting its first win of the season against BHS.
Shock the world.
Yeah.
And so this Friday we're going to have, Garces at Centennial is one of our matchups on the Kern High Network, and our second matchup is Golden Valley and Independence, where quietly Independence has put together a really solid season. Curious to see what they do in that SYL, and that's kind of up for grabs. And we see how Ridgeview is always quietly hanging in the back right there too.
Right.
So we'll see what happens. But next week, a really good game. Curious to see, is Highland's been that undefeated team that has really shown their confidence. Next week it's going to be Highland and South, where South has won that SEYL the last 4 or 5 years, and see if Highland, this is the year that they dethrone the South High Rebels.
I saw Highland the first part of the night on Friday night, and I really was impressed by them. Yep. All right, we flip the switch here now, and on the right side is Frontier. Left side of your screen will be Centennial, and sure enough, ace started off with for Frontier. 1-0 Frontier. That is Allie Bridgeford serving. Big serve. Yanez. Agnoyan, and she puts it down, and there it is. So her 4th kill of this match, first of the second set, 1-1.
Definitely fluid and athletic Agnoyan, so great way to start it off for the Centennial Golden Hawks.
Big attack by Zapata, dug up by Agnoyan. A little bit of confusion there. McLeod just 3 balls it over. In the middle, number 11. That is Samantha Mabry for Frontier with the kill. Her 4th, she checks out. That'll put Katera Daniels, the libero. She will serve it up. It's confusion. And that's going to be a problem. Somehow Yanez gets it over, but it's too long. So one of the things we talk about with volleyball is that it's a game of constant talking.
Yeah.
And the best teams, you hear them talk about it all the time. Just letting each other know where you're at on the court. Who's got what, whose job it is. You've got to talk. The attack on the outside. Problem, Yanez goes up. Free ball. Pluggy with the set. And a block kill on the outside for Alexis McLeod. And that's her 6th kill of the game. The attack by Angela Sierra.
Tell you what, impressed with Angela Sierra. Showed some athleticism right there, even though it was blocked.
Yep.
Could be another supplement with Zapata right there, looking for that aggressiveness at the net.
Yeah, Angela Sierra Jr. And tough serve, not going to go the way for Cassie Salcido for Centennial. 4-2 now, the Titans lead this second set. As we mentioned, on the left side of your net, both teams are in pink. It's Centennial on the left. On the right-hand side here is Frontier. Or in the words of Carl O'Brien, Frontier. So there we go. I had to get that in for my wife.
Yeah.
Now the serve. And, I think that was in. I think that might have been in, but they're going to call it long. Look, here's my one thing I'd like to be able to see people do. I like to see adults, basically be there on those lines during these matches. It's kind of a tough ask, I know, I realize, but that was a close one.
Yeah.
All right, back to action. Herrera outside to McLeod, and she puts it down with authority, but Frontier's back to save it. Yanez. Herrera going to go to the middle. Nice block. Yanez going to go outside to McLeod. McLeod down. No question on that one. If you set it up, McLeod's tough to manage.
And they just kept giving her chance after chance, and the setter resets and gets a better ball a little bit at a time. So.
And that ties up this match. They're set at 4-all. Early on here in the second, Centennial won the first set, 25-21. Another ace, and another time when Frontier couldn't handle the serve. 5-4 now for Centennial. Herrera dug out by number 4 Bridgeford. Outside to Zepeda. And you know what? When you got number 11, Vaughn, and you got McLeod there, it ain't going to happen.
And the ball went out of bounds.
Oh, so they called it out of bounds. Okay, so
and you talked about Centennial being aggressive, but Zepeda does get the kill, but I could just tell she's going to get some trees right now and people that are being aggressive at the net.
What a great effort there by East. Herrera outside McLeod, and McLeod off the block for the kill. So McLeod with her second kill of the set, 6-5 in the lead now for Centennial. She'll go back to serve. She caused plenty of problems there early on, and there's another one. Tight set. Yep, into the net. Well, they called a double hit on that one, and I knew it was going to be a problem when that ball came screaming over the net from McLeod. Those balls just keep going, go right down.
Diving.
Yep. McCarty, though, this time gets the kill for Frontier to cut the lead to 7-6. McLeod in the back row now. Yanez, the libero for Centennial. Up. And that is going to go long or wide on the attack by Mon. That ties this set up at 7-all, putting number 12, Colby Young, onto the service line. And she serves it long or wide. Eknoyan there guarding the line there on that far side.
And for Coach Dake, it's like you're just having that momentum come back, get the service, give your team a chance, and to go out of bounds, those unforced errors have to really frustrate a coach and frustrate a team trying to find momentum right now.
McCarty had to adjust on the set. Tip, puts it back up, outside. Another up, McLeod saves it. Jan is going to put a free ball over for Centennial. Frontier with the dig. Set, a block. And what a save by number 10. That's
great
McKenna
effort,
East.
both teams.
Outside, the attack, kind of caring about the net, and still goes problematic there. We needed that kill, the number 5, Cassidy Salcido.
What an exchange that we have right here at the net, and teams are both swinging for the fences right now, swinging it hard, so great effort.
Yanez now back to serve for Centennial, leading 9-7. A tough serve, problematic. Free ball now. Nice set. Eknoyan on the outside, caught it. And Herrera looking on that outside, goes Eknoyan, who gets another kill. 10-7.
One thing I really like are these student sections that are on here.
Yep.
You got the Titan Noise team. I look down here, Centennial's got their little following. I love seeing Will Alexander, the starting quarterback for Centennial, in the front row cheering on his team doing that. That's great camaraderie for a school to have, that climate and culture as you're building it up. Good stuff.
And there is a prime example of why you got to talk to each other. And Frontier will call a timeout here, trailing 11-7. I believe Will Alexander's younger sister was playing in the JV game before this for Centennial, which they won that matchup. 11-7. Centennial with the lead. They lead the match 1-0. Again, we're talking about the SWIL, and that Garces has run out to, a 4-0 lead tonight. Yeah. Liberty 3-1, Stockdale 2-2. Then Centennial, Frontier, and Bakersfield all at 1-3. Jimmy, thank you for joining us on this broadcast.
One thing I do want to say is some of those teams, you know, that Bakersfield has some young talent that are rising up there. Our very own Vance Palm, his daughter, he's got a sophomore and a junior that have some good talent. VHS, I think, in the next few years is going to start to compete as some of these other teams graduate some of their seniors. Here we go.
Yanez now back to serve for Centennial. Dug out by Daniels. Outside, McCarty with the kill. So Carolyn McCarty takes care of business there and cuts the lead now to 11-8. And that'll put Pluggy back on the line, number 13. Outside McLeod from the back row, just long. Talking about the overall teams right now in the Central section, Central and Buchanan pretty much lead things right now. Central is 4-0 up there in the track. Buchanan, though, also very tough. Liberty is the defending Division I champions. Outside now to Mon. Mon blocked, and a nice effort there by the Frontier tandem of number 11, Samantha Mabry, and number 6, Kennedy Nelson. And that'll put Pluggy back on the line, 11-10. And another big block, and that, what a great effort there by Sierra and Mabry. They just met Cassie Salcido right there and just took care of her. Pluggy with another big serve. Herrera to Mon, and another block. And Mabry with the block kill on that one. I'm going to give her credit for another one. She's got 2 now. And that ends it as Pluggy goes wide on the right side. That brings up Mon now to serve for the Golden Hawks. This set tied at 12. Golden Hawks leading 1-0. Jump serve, tough. Oh, what an ace. And just ate up Katera Daniels. That one was just beginning to drop, and Daniels had to run up on that. 13-12 now for Centennial. Runner. Another ace, 2 in a row. So Mon with the running serve. Not even really a big jump serve, just a little runner. Another difficult attack. Trouble, free ball. Yanez, Mon, outside to Igonian. Igonian again. Sierra up by McLeod, nothing happening there. So Sierra for Frontier with her first kill of the match. 14-12, Frontier trails. Here comes Allie Bridgeford, the junior, number 4. McLeod with the receive and a little push there by Salcido. Yanez going to go back row to McLeod. McLeod finds a little room. Daniels is there. Back set. Off the net. Outside Dignoyan. Attack. Bridgeford with an up. Pluggy outside to Zapata. We haven't called her for a while.
Yeah.
Yanez with the dig. Outside, back row attack. Daniels, free ball over. Yanez set. They're going to go right to the middle to Ignoyan. She finds the hole in the back row.
Ignoyan's had a really aggressive, nice game at the net.
6 kills now for Ignoyan. That makes her up, puts her on the line with the Golden Hawks leading 15-13 here in the set number 2. Screamer. What a dig by Bridgeford on the attack by Rickert. Mon. McLeod is met and blocked. Sierra and Mabry are there. Sierra with the kill. Her second one of the set. 14-15 for Frontier.
And if the Titans can string together this consistency, we talked about it in our pre-broadcast before the game started, is that consistency. They're aggressive at the net. They're doing some things right.
Little free ball. What attack there. And Alexis McLeod says, nope, you're not going to round me this time. And that's her third kill of this set. And that's going to put number 5, Cassidy Salcedo, back on the line with Centennial leading 16-14. Here's the serve. Flat one. Bridgeford was there. Outside to Zepeda. Dug out. Set to McLeod on the outside. Finds a hole. Daniels with a nice up. Zepeda with a attack. Trouble. I'm going to have to do a free ball here. Bridgeford, Pluggy, right to the middle. And they get it over. What a nice serve saved by Centennial. Zepeda on the outside. Dug up again by Mon. Salcedo to McLeod. McLeod sits it across. Daniels is there to dig it out. Attacked by Sierra. Nope, not going to happen. Outside again to McLeod. McLeod, little off-speed hit. Pluggy goes outside to Zepeda. Zepeda sets it up and gets it. So what a point there for these two teams as Frontier cuts the lead to 16-15. Probably one of the best exchanges, rallies of the match. And that'll put Pluggy on the line. Serve outside to McLeod. So altered the shot. Yana's with the dig. Outside again to McLeod. She'll put it down. Bridgeford. Daniels up for Centennial. Outside again. McLeod's got to have a problem. Tip. Daniels outside to McCarty. McCarty's going to try to get something going here. Going to go to McLeod again. And what an up there by Katera Daniels to Zepeda. Ignoyan though. And there it is. McLeod puts it down. And I'll tell you what.
The heavy hitters are out tonight.
The heavy hitters are definitely out.
Ooh.
And that was a fun point. These last 2 points have been outstanding.
Give it to Katara Daniels, though, on Frontier, is sticking her nose in there. She's wiggling out her right wrist right now, but she stepped in there with some heavy thunder coming at her.
Yep. There goes Zepeda with a big attack. Herrera, who had served it. Ignoyan to attack. Going to go back over to Zepeda. Herrera. Yanez McLeod. Just long. And a break for Frontier here, trailing 17-16. That'll put Zepeda on the line. Penelope Zepeda. What a name. Tough one. Up. Ignoyan. Zepeda. The set going to go to McCarty. McCarty doesn't get it going. No kill there, right into the net. 18-16. You can see it was a little bit of a tight one in the first place. So McLeod now going back to the line, and she's been dominant in this second set. Tough serve. East. Katera Daniels. East. Middle. Can Yanez get there? She does. McLeod free ball back over. Katera Daniels. Set. Gonna go outside to Zepeda. Get the kill in the back row. And you love it when you see that. We can go to your key offensive weapon and get that key kill for the Frontier Titans.
You try to find creative ways to get your best player the ball, and right there, you just see her come from the bench.
Such a smart call there by the setter. Serve Yanez. Trouble. Set to Ignoyan. Block, and there it is. And number 16, McCarty, with the kill. And the Frontier faithful saying she said no, and that is emphatic. Mabry with the, Colby Young with the serve, tips it over. McLeod, back to Herrera, outside to Ignoyan. She's had a lot of attempts. Nice dig by Zepeda, outside to McCarty. McCarty dug out by Herrera. They call it down. Nope, yeah, they call it down. So McCarty gets her 5th kill of this set. It's giving Frontier a 19-18 lead.
Will this give them the momentum they need to win this second and crucial set?
Yeah, absolutely. Set to Ignoyan. Nope, that's going to go long. And smartly played by Penelope Zepeda, and a timeout for Frontier.
Expected right there.
Yep.
These little runs at the end of a second and crucial set.
This
Coach Roberts does not want these close game by inches. She probably wants a good 3-0 sweep, against this team right now.
Yeah, get in, get out. But I don't think so, not in this matchup.
Yeah.
Actually, look at the series between these two teams over the last 2 years. They have been sweeps. In fact, Centennial has won 8 consecutive sets against Frontier coming into tonight's matchup. So
definitely exciting time right now on the Kern High Network. We just had a wonderful first ever Kern High School District Girls Leadership Summit. Dr.
Nice.
Jen Welter, first female, the coach in the NFL, was there. Really, really cool experience. Gave a great talk, as did Dr. Brenda Lewis and Raylan Rufus. But she signed a book for every girl that attended.
That's nice.
And had about 20 to 30 second interaction with the 300 girls that were there. Really
That's
cool.
awesome.
It was awesome.
One of the best girls sports out there is girls volleyball for sure. Oh, what happened there, Mon? I don't know what's going on the Frontier side. And Mon gets a kill for Centennial.
Coach Roberts, very timely timeouts. Every time they've come off that, they've scored. So 3 timeouts she's calling, they've scored immediately after. So get them regroup.
And that is a kill for Samantha Mabry. We had not called Mon's name very much in that last point. And she's the 3rd leading kill leader, number 3 in kills for Centennial. But Centennial trailing now 21-19. Tough serve. Eknoyan to Cassidy Salcido. Oh, yep, that's going to be under the net. Yep. And number 13, Pluggy, called for being under the net. That puts Mon back on the line to serve. And Centennial trying to dig back here, trailing 21-20. Nice save by Daniels. Tough one. Sets back. Mon to Ignoyan. Ignoyan through the block, dug out. Outside to Sierra. Block. And that is a nice effort by Ignoyan.
I gotta say, this Ignoyan's been a very, very solid player for the Golden Hawks right there. She is a skinny girl that gets up there and is just whipping that arm through. And sometimes you talked about Cody Bellinger yesterday for the Dodgers, not the biggest, strongest dude out there. You just got that whipping motion. And sometimes when you got pitchers have it and quarterbacks have it and volleyball outside hitters have it and home run hitters have it, it's just your ability to channel that energy and that force in a whipping motion. Very, very interesting to look at. Ignoyan's had a great game.
Ignoyan is not the biggest player on there, but like you said, I mean, athletic and it can attack, and she's got 7 kills in the match for the Golden Hawks.
Time 21 in the second set.
21 all now as we get ready for the stretch run here of this second set. Centennial leads the match 1-0. Mon now back to serve. Runner. Tough serve. Little tip over. Back set. And that's going to be problematic. Yep, under the net. What happened there was Sierra just slipped under there, and another unforced error for Frontier.
when Centennial's needed a big point offensively, person steps up and serve is Mon. All the first 2 sets, she has been the difference maker for them, and
that was a tough serve there, and look at that. And right there is Zoe Rickert with her first kill of this set, and it comes at a perfect time to give Centennial a 23-21 lead as Frontier has slipped a bit here. Mon has been deadly on the serve. Ate him up there, and she was under the net. Under the net. Pluggy called for under the net. So 3 of the last 4 points have been from under the net for Frontier.
This is Mon right here.
Yeah.
She has really done a great job facilitating these victories for the Golden Hawks. Eating them up.
And that was a tough serve that caught the net. Keeps things alive for Frontier. And there it is in the middle to kill the game. Number 5. That was Cassidy Salcedo with the kill. Her 3rd of the set, or the game, or the match, I should say. 25-21 victory for Centennial here in the 2nd set. Well, that was an interesting one because what you saw there was some brilliant play by Frontier, followed up by some really, really sort of self-destructive play when they couldn't get things set, or they couldn't get things righted off the sets from Mon. And Mon was serving these just down balls that were eating up the back row of Frontier. I think Frontier's biggest challenge tonight is that consistency in the back row defensively. All right, so 2-0 here. Frontier is down here. What will the TNT team do? The Titan Noise team. They got a big crowd here tonight. Great turnout here for this SWAL matchup here. Talking about the rest of the central section, some of the teams that keep an eye on as they head for the playoffs. The usual suspects, all the Clovis schools are right there. Stockdale, Liberty. These are teams that have 20 wins, or I'd say 14 wins or more. Clovis East is 14-10. Clovis West 20-15. Clovis North 20-13. A lot of balance in that league, though, right now, or in this division, where everybody has beaten everybody at some point.
You know, you look at Central and Buchanan. I mean, evidence of their athletic programs as a whole. Central and Buchanan probably top 2 in football right now as we look at it, and they just continue to, you know, kind of churn out the system they have up there in Fresno and Clovis that we look at. Pretty amazing.
Right. I mean, I was until last year, I was like, are we ever going to beat a Clovis team?
Yeah.
You know, I was kind of like, I was feeling it, you know.
Yeah.
Other matchups tonight, Stockdale and Garces underway, Bakersfield and Liberty. So, again, I don't anticipate that you're going to win. You're going to go 10-0 in this league. It's just too hard. I've seen too many of these matchups through the years. And the league is too good. I mean, this match should easily be 1-all, and it's 2-0 for Centennial. Frontier's big challenge here in this 3rd set will be, can they shore up that back row defense? And really, that's going to rest on the shoulders of 2 players. All right, getting up ready for this. Number 11, Michaela Mon. Been very, very good at the service line for the Golden Hawks.
You know, kind of unsung hero, Maggie Herrera for Centennial's had a good game setting the ball, too, as well. She's done a good job getting them active, keeping everything organized right there. She sits on the bench to start out with, but Mon has been a huge difference maker for the Golden Hawks.
Again, the problems continue for Frontier defensively, and Mon serves up another ace. I think that's about 5 for her right now.
And 2 sets, she started out the first point with an ace.
And another problem, tight set. Big attack. What a dig by McLeod on Penelope Zepeda. And number 12, Rickard, kind of just rolled it off the net for the kill. 2-0. That play was made by the defensive effort of Alexis McLeod. Another tough serve. And a down ball, and Ignoyan is right there. And she's just right there. And just says, take that. If you're going to just serve them up to me, I'll take that. It's like batting practice almost.
Yeah.
And Mon will go back to serve now on looking for her 4th consecutive point. And remember, she's served out the match, or the second set, I'm sorry. Another tough one. And Frontier just can't get it right. McLeod, it's going to be a free ball. Ignoyan back over. All right, Bridgeford trying to get things set here. Middle. Tough one. Blocked. Outside to Ignoyan. And she's going to get a kill.
Ignoyan, so aggressive. She goes right at the net. And like you said, she's not the tallest, not the biggest out there, but she's got that attitude that she's going to go right at him.
So 4-0 run now for Centennial. Another tough serve, but Daniels got that one set up. And a nice kill there by Penelope Zepeda, who puts it down and kind of restores order there. So the storyline here has been the serve of Centennial and back row issues for Frontier. And Katero Daniels into the net. 5-1 now, Centennial leads.
And Mons really carried that torch for Centennial. Serving the ball, she started at crucial times. I mean, beginning and end of game, she's done a great job.
Damon's into the match now, number 21, defense specialist, outside hitter. Nice big serve, down again. Outside to Sierra, and she gets a kill. So Angela Sierra Jr. was quiet in the first set, had 2 kills in the second, opens up the third with another kill.
And in the game to serve number 10, Max East.
And that brings in McKenna East, who will serve things up. Nice serve. McLeod on the back row. Dug out by Bridgeford. East will set it to McCarty. Block is there. Set. Rickert. Outside to Zepeda. Zepeda. What a nice dig by Danes. And McLeod gets the kill. Alexis McLeod's first kill of the third set. That's her 10th of the match. Cassie Salcido, who's played well, served well, and nice call by Bridgeford there. She looked like she wanted to play it, but she let it go, and that will cut the lead to 6-3 and put Zepeda on the line to serve. Both these teams trying to right themselves in the SWIL, trying to get positive after 1 and 3 starts. McCarty on the outside through the block and gets the kill. McCarty had a big second set with 5 kills. And Zepeda now with another chance to put this, get a little closer here, 6-4. Frontier on the left side, Centennial on the right, kind of a think pink kind of day, and a lift. They're going to call Mon with a lift, and 5 serving 6 now for Frontier.
Frontier's got this big challenge being down 2-0, but a big win here can get them going in the right direction, and they got to rely on Penelope Zepeda. Even though she has this unforced error right here, they got to continue finding creative ways, as you talked about, to get your best player the ball.
Yep. That was Danny Rickert with the serve for Centennial. First time we called her name tonight, and a serve long, or a return long. It's 7-5 Centennial.
Actually 8-5. They just put that up a little 3-point lead right there.
3-0.
So you got Danny Rickert, who is a freshman right here, carrying on that Rickert tradition of playing volleyball.
Rickert now will set this one outside to McLeod. McLeod gets blocked. Rickert with the up to Yanez. Going to go outside to Emily Clark, and Emily Clark gets the kill. So Emily Clark with her first kill of the match.
And it's not that Clark was so powerful right there. She's hit to a spot where no one was. So
right. Clark is the biggest player on, the tallest player on the team at 6'3". Yanez. Rickert outside to McLeod. McLeod blocked partially. And they call Frontier in the net. And that'll go to McLeod as a kill. Rickert now, as you mentioned, Danny Rickert, number 13, a 5'7" freshman. Nice floater. Turnable outside. Nelson was on that attempt. Outside to Clark. Clark back to Zepeda. Zepeda now set it up. Danny Rickert in the middle to Mon, and Mon with the kill. So Michaela Mon has had a big night, not necessarily offensively on the service line. She had a great night. Her second kill of the match.
She's kind of done everything, you know, a little bit of everything. So
McCarty. Danny Rickert back to McLeod. Off speed and tips and gets the kill. 12 kills on the night now for Alexis McLeod, number 3 there in the middle of the net of the court. And Danny Rickert has helped Centennial out to a 12-5 lead. And this is suddenly getting out of control for Frontier. Yanez going to go back to Danins. Daniels. Can we get anything going there? Nope. Mon is there for the block.
And you've talked about it.
Timeout. And this game 3 is suddenly out of hand for Frontier. They're in a deep hole now, 13-5. We talked about this earlier in the season that things can get away from you in a hurry. If you look at what happened to them against Garces last week, you know, Garces ran out to a 25-7 victory in the first set. That's big. But then Frontier came back and played better in those second and third sets. Still lost in 3. We're seeing sort of the opposite of that tonight with a 13-5 run here. Basically 10 straight points for Centennial here.
But what I like seeing, though, is even in the midst of a timeout, just, Coach, you got to rally your team. They have their arms around each other. They're still huddling up, still trying to do those things to tell each other that they got each other's back, even in the midst of being down such a big deficit.
Danny Rickert, the freshman, serves into the net, so the timeout was worth the trouble. Look, this is a good Frontier team. This is a talented team.
And if I'm Coach Roberts, that drives me crazy because you're up big. Just put the ball in play. See what you can do. They haven't really proven that they can do a whole lot this third set.
And Mon comes back and gets the kill. A little bit of confusion there on the Centennial side. Mon says, you know, I'll take care of this.
Yeah. Once again, Mon's kind of done it all tonight for the Golden Hawks.
Lauren Eknonian back in the game, number 4. Going back to serve is number 6. That's Kylie Earls. Outside. Rickert. To Clark. Frontier's turn. Yanez. Danny Rickert. Nice little set. Nope. And right there is McCarty.
And that
I'm
set.
going to give him Mabry on that one.
That set by Rickert right there. Looks like the ball was floating over the net. Got to do a little bit better. Maybe that's a freshman playing varsity right there trying to get it better, but it's got to be a better ball. Give Mon, who's had probably the best game all around tonight for the Golden Hawks, a chance.
Outside the backside to Clark, and she's there with a kill. Big hole on that right side for number 22, Emily Clark, the 6'3" junior middle blocker. And number 2, Kendall Yanez, the senior libero, will serve it up for Centennial. They lead 15-7. Dugout. Going outside, Degnoin, who's going to free ball it over. Penelope Zepeda passes it outside, and a nice tip there by number 11, Mon. Mon with her 4th kill of this set. 16-7.
And all the momentum, all the confidence right now is with Centennial.
Penny Roberts calling the serves there on the bench. Tight serve. I'm not even sure they even got a hand on that one. Mon ups it to Danny Rickert. Jan is going to put it over for a free ball.
Centennial's doing a great job finding those spaces.
Yeah, absolutely. And that is long on the attack by Mon.
I mean, we've talked about Clark coming in, having some of her kills. Not that they've been so powerful. They've just been where no one's at right now. And I think Coach Roberts is finding those spaces, the way they serve, the way they kill. They're trying to put it in spots.
Serving up now will be number 4, Allie Bridgeford. Yanez to Ignoyan. Attack. Ignoyan saves it and finds a hole, puts it down. So what was a little bit of a confusing play defensively turns into be a nice offensive play and gets the side out for the Golden Hawks, who have a 17-8 lead here in set number 3. Daniels, another tight pass off the net. Tip, puts it back up. Going to go to Ignoyan on the outside. Block, and that's going to be a problem.
Oh,
what?
Wow.
Looked like someone was under the net there for a second. Come on. Outside to Rickert. Jan is eaten up by that one. Somehow a free ball not going to go over. So a little bit of confusion there.
One thing that's really nice about Mon's game is she trusts her teammates at the net. So she allows her teammates to get up and block, and she kind of plays that backup right behind them in case the ball sneaks through.
And the errors have been the sort of the story of Frontier's night. Serving up another service error.
They've had moments, glimpses